skitty cat cat. Boom. 2 plus 2 is 4. Minus 1, that's 3. Quick maths.
What is going on, guys? It's Toothpick here. Today we're back with another CFB review. It is right after the playoff selection. We have number 1 Clemson, number 2 Oklahoma, number 3 UGA, and number 4 Alabama. This will be the first year that 2 SEC teams, or really 2 teams from the same conference, will get into the playoff. This will be Oklahoma's 2nd year, Alabama's 4th year, Clemson's 3rd year, and Georgia's 1st year. To be honest, my playoff prediction, which was number 1 Clemson, number 2 Auburn, number 3 Oklahoma, number 4 Wisconsin. Auburn did not make the playoff. Neither did Wisconsin after losing a very close game to Ohio State. I don't see why Wisconsin didn't make it, but it's this committee. You know, Oklahoma went up from 3-2, which, you know, I'm not mad about. I really think Baker Mayfield is an amazing quarterback. I think he's my front runner for the Heisman. So I really do think that he will make an impact in the playoff. I think that, so I'll do a playoff prediction closer to the actual, you know, playoff. So I refer to you here for the real video. So let's get into our Georgia Tech season review.
Hello, my name is Kamal. I am from the clouds. I'm a human now, but I used to be. I used to be a raindrop, word up. I'm really good at putting words up. I make them levitate and circle with the birds. I don't need to force it, I let it occur. Whatever occurs, thank you. Feel like I was touched by an angel. Once again, a whole nother angle. I got a lot of holes in my angle. I got a lot of love and a whole lot of ignorance, and that's a good thing if you want to relate. I'm just trying 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 to relate. It's come out like a power with an M. I get down like gravity, rackety rappers and raps rapidly follow the rabbit into the rapids of being rapping and rattling, rattle riddles and rivets into the sky. I'm a rebel, feeling riveting, rhythmically right, and vigorous, spinner right to the rhythm, whittle the side eye. I am the killer in the grasses. I am the kid in the corner with the glasses. I am the specter, you should respect them. I don't expect the special, ain't special. I don't expect nothing. I'm just really glad I can say something. That's a blessing. Ain't no stress affecting my presence. But sometimes the pressure keep pressing. Worst keeps my impression impressed. That's the way to relate. I'm just trying to relate.
Yeah, I hope you all liked that little highlight reel thing I had and the music in the background. I will, you know, shout those out in the comments, or not the comments, description, because, you know, we don't want to get copyright striked like someone we know. Anyways, let me get my book out, which I wrote everything down like 5 minutes ago, so you know, I put in work. This is like, has a lot of college football stuff in here. Alright. So, for Georgia Tech, rushing leader was Taquan Marshall with 1,320 yards and 17 touchdowns. Then second was Benson, who had 1,073 rushing yards, 6 touchdowns. I included both of them because both those were, you know, leading quarterback rusher, which was him, leading rusher overall, and then the leading running back, because it's a triple option offense coached by Paul Johnson and defensive coordinator Ted Roof. We'll get into defense later. Passing, not pacing. Taquan Marshall had 927 yards passing and 10 touchdowns. Again, triple option offense. You're not going to expect a lot of passing touchdown, but he, you know, had those deep balls, and he, you know, I think that if they had, you know, performed better versus, you know, UGA or Clemson in the passing game, I think he could have gotten 1,000. So, receiving is Ricky June with 545 yards and 6 touchdowns. So he was, you know, Taquan's biggest target. He's an amazing wide receiver. I do not know what his classman is, but I do think that he is either a senior or a junior. So, interceptions is AJ Green with 2. Defensively, the unit, you know, coached by Ted Roof, was a really bad point in Georgia Tech's season because they let a lot of games slip, such as Tennessee, Miami, Virginia, and you know, the other teams that they beat that they killed. Duke killed them, Georgia killed them. Clemson was a little more modest, so that's kind of the in-between game. Scoring, you know, Marshall with 17 touchdowns, as I said, with 17 rushing, 10 passing, which, using quick maths, that is 27 touchdowns on the season. Because Marshall, amazing player. He kind of he's going to be the face of Georgia Tech. He's a redshirt junior, so he'll be going into his redshirt senior year, and so that Georgia Tech will need to be on the recruiting trail for a new quarterback. Field goals with Britton King, 5 out of 6, longest of 42. Field goals really a struggling opener and kind of progressively got better. So, punting, Presley Harvin III with 2,205 yards, an amazing punter, 5-star coming out of high school. I'm pretty sure he's a true freshman or a redshirt freshman. He is an amazing punter. It sucks that he has a lot of yards, but he's amazing. He rugby styles punts, so he only got 1 fake punt. So, tackles was Victor Alexander with 60 tackles on the season. A very big contributor to the Georgia Tech defense at, I think, linebacker. So he was definitely plugging the holes. So total points scored, I don't think it's very important, 309. So a very good scoring offense in most games, In the season, they're not going into the bowl game, unfortunately. They will be finishing out the season at 5-6 after the University of Central Florida game was canceled early in the season due to the hurricanes, Hurricane Maria, I think. That one canceled the game because they are in military school, so they had military personnel in the stadium. So, but now they turn out the number 12 team in the country, or 11-10. So, and they will be playing in the Orange Bowl versus Auburn. But we're gonna do a UCF video most likely. So, as a fan of the team, I would be, and as a college football kind of expert, as I like to call myself, and many people say that I am. That's kind of why I'm doing this series, because I know what I'm doing. It was not a very good season for the Yellow Jackets, as I said previously. They need to be recruiting for wide receivers, I guess some running backs, even though they have relatively young running backs and a quarterback that can kind of throw but also run, because they need that. Because Taquan Marshall, as good as he is, he wasn't better as Justin Thomas, who was like Georgia Tech's second son, or one of the better players in their at the school, because we led them to an Orange Bowl. But many people are claiming that Paul Johnson, the head coach, should be let go after 2 disappointing seasons. One 2 years ago when they went 3-9 after an Orange Bowl appearance, and then this year after a Tax Slayer Bowl appearance. So to be honest with them, I think that they need to give him maybe one more season, because this team is a very roller coaster team, up and down. After losing to Virginia, but beating Virginia Tech, I mean, that's kind of, they were not a very good away team. They were an okay home team, but their away team, they lost all away games, and they lost 1 neutral site game, the only one they had, versus Tennessee in the opener, and then won every home game except UGA, who's in the playoff now. So, they played, ending out the season, their probably greatest win was their greatest win was Virginia Tech, who's ranked number 17 at the time, has fallen out of the top 25, what I think is now at 22. They'll be playing some bowl game, but I don't know until I get to that video. So, and their greatest loss was probably Duke, but the teams that they lost to, Georgia, ending up number 3. Miami was number 2 until the loss to Pitt. Clemson, number 1 in the nation. Tennessee dropped out of the top 5, as did, Duke and one other team. Is that all our losses? We lost 6 games, so Clemson. I can't remember right now. I'm pretty sure it was Clemson, Miami, Tennessee, Duke, Virginia, and Georgia. Yeah. So, 2 teams that did not perform very well. We got killed in that last quarter versus Virginia. The game-winning drive stalled because of our offensive line is not very pass-efficient offensive line. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Suggest, teams in the comment section, but I'm not going to be taking any bowl-eligible teams because I want to do them, after the season to get a full season review, because, who knows that Justin Blackman might get 500 yards passing and, bump the season stats up and 5 passing touchdowns versus Southern Mississippi in the Independence Bowl, but I don't want to have to redo a video on them just because they may have went 6-6 and are nearby teams. So, suggest teams that are, not bowl eligible, or not in a bowl game, Western Michigan, who was bowl eligible until FSU beat UL Monroe. and like Syracuse, their season review. Yeah. So anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a blessed day or night wherever you are, and get ready for the next video.